Hi guys, surprise! My hair is pretty dark, right? So I've dyed my hair, let's just get this out of the way. I've dyed my hair quite dark. I've kind of pinned up my hair because I'm going to be doing a first impressions slash review of the new NARS foundation. Yeah, so I've dyed my hair a lot darker. Let me know what you think. It's a bit different. I'm just trying to get used to it on camera, like it looks quite weird. So enough of that, we'll get on to the foundation. Now I've put my eye makeup on and some lip liner on and that's it, and that's Willow in the corner. She's run away. So we'll go through. First of all, the foundation is new out. So who doesn't love a bit of NARS? Because I most certainly do. In fact, I think it's my favourite. This is their all day luminous weightless foundation. This is a 30ml, and yeah, that's a pretty long title for a foundation, and all the shades are very similar, or they're all named after the ones that are already available, like in the Sheer Glow foundation. So in Sheer Glow I'm Santa Fe, so I bought this in Santa Fe because I was advised that it's kind of meant to be the same even though it's a different formula. So I'll tell you a little bit about the foundation first of all. It comes obviously in the black packaging as we expect, and it's a matte bottle with a matte top, and it's glass, a little bit of glass, and it's quite sort of rectangular in shape, and it says on here that you need to shake well, but I'll get onto the formulation. But first of all, there is a freaking pump with a NARS foundation. There is a pump with a NARS foundation. I cannot believe it so much that I have to repeat myself. So this makes me really excited, because as you might know, if you say buy Sheer Glow foundation, it doesn't come with a pump, so you kind of have to buy the pump separately, which is like £3–4, which sucks. So having one with the pump is an absolute must. Onto the foundation itself. So I'll read you the sort of tidbit information about it. Basically it is an ultra lightweight, complete coverage and uniquely fluid silky feel that's 100% oil free. So there's no oil. It's going to be good for people who have oilier skin. And it says here, a unique blend of treated pigments and flexible polymers. NARS breakthrough weightless long wear technology moves with the skin, delivering up to 16 hours of wear while always feeling light as air. With its comfort and unique breathability, this innovative formula creates luminosity for a natural look that lasts. So the idea behind it is it's long lasting. It's also oil free, so it's good for people with oily skin. And it's meant to be a very natural finish, a very lightweight finish. So for me, that's going to cover quite a wide range of consumers. So I'm going to give it a try, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one half of my face with my Real Techniques buffing brush and the other half of my face with my extremely dirty Real Techniques Miracle Complexion sponge. I forget what it's called, but it's like a beauty blender. So I'm going to use these and see what kind of effect we get with it. So let's get cracking. Oh, I need to shake it well first. So I'll shake it first, give it a good shake. It does sound quite watery. This is going to be a weird consistency, but yeah, so I put a tiny bit on there. Let's put a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to do this half of my face with this brush and the other half with my blender. And I'm just going to open my mirror. So let's get going. So first of all, I can tell that it's quite pigmented. I definitely think this is probably the best colour for me. As with all NARS, they kind of tend to, well, I have Sheer Glow and that kind of goes a bit yellowy and then it kind of settles. So this is quite a good coverage I can see so far. So good. Let's pin that behind my dummy ear. Bring that down my neck a bit. So let's just get that blended. It doesn't smell, which is good. Don't know. Just gonna need a little bit more. It's quite light reflecting, as you can probably tell. It's quite luminous, which is obviously just say all day luminous. So that's one half of my face done. And I can see that it's got rid of any sort of pink. I look so funny with the line down my face. But I can see it's got rid of like the pinkness on my cheeks. And it seems to have covered quite well. But I don't know if applying it with the buffing brush has given it a bit of a thick finish or not. So we will try it with the blender. So I'm going to put a small bit onto the top bit. Sort of wiggle that around and then I'm going to start by patting it in, tapping it into my face and working that round. Put a little bit more on there. I'm kind of just trying to do a little bit as I go along because I don't want to put too much on in one go. Just sort of build it. Okay, so I've used a tiny bit on each side of the face and I'm just going to have a little look round. It's actually done quite well at covering up my pores. I actually rather like this, which I'm glad because obviously I bought it. But I feel like it gives a really nice radiant look to the skin and it seems to like smooth everything over. It doesn't feel like I've got anything on my face, which is always good when it comes to foundation. You don't want a sort of cakey, heavy feel. I definitely need to powder my T-zone, but I find that with any foundation. I have quite sort of... My skin's quite strange in that sometimes it's quite oily, especially down my T-zone. Other times I get quite dry cheeks, and then other times it's just pretty normal. So I'll probably say it's like a normal combination at the moment. But this looks really good. Like, it doesn't look like glittery, but it gives like a nice sheen to the skin, and I think it's a really, really good coverage. I don't know if this has got any SPF. I checked on the website. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have an SPF, which is like the Sheer Glow, so this is going to photograph really well, and it's definitely going to be a night out kind of appropriate foundation. I found it blended really well. The only thing was with the buffing brush, I felt like I needed a bigger, a less dense brush to kind of like buff it in, because I kind of felt a little bit like it was going on a bit too much coverage in one go. Don't know why I'm doing this. But no, I quite like it. Just gonna get some powder so I've put the rest of my makeup on, just like my bronzer, powder, etc. And I really love the finish of this foundation. I've kind of just been gazing at myself in the mirror for a little while and sort of looking at how it sort of goes on my... And I just find it's like a really perfecting, natural, but like I think it's a really good coverage, and you could definitely build it up. I just think it makes my skin look super healthy, you know, like a nice bit of glow, and just quite sort of perfected, like doesn't sink into any pores or anything. So I'm really liking this, and I think the foundation is £32. If I'm incorrect, I will be linking it below, so if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I picked mine up at Space NK because I had a £5 indulge. Whoa! I had a £5 indulge privilege, so I used that to buy this and sort of deducted a little bit of money off it. So if you like a natural, buildable, perfecting kind of coverage with a tiny bit of dewiness, this one's for you. But to be fair, I think it's the kind of foundation that anybody could like. Like, I think it's quite flexible. So, you know, you can have it quite sheared out for a sort of dewy look. You know, you don't need to powder it. I personally powder because I feel like I need to. And obviously I'm on camera as well, so the lights are obviously glaring on me. And it's quite buildable, so you can build it to more full coverage. It's got no SPF in it, so it's going to be great on an evening. You can wear it sheer in the day. It's kind of just like an all-round really good foundation. So I'm going to do a more in-depth sort of review after I've used it for a few weeks. Yeah, so that's my review on the new NARS All Day Luminous Weightless foundation, which is out now, and you can buy it from NARS counters everywhere. And I mean, like I said, I got mine from Space NK, so if you want to bob in there and you've got some indulge points, then I definitely recommend picking this up.